What's going on, everyone? Let's talk perspective today. Now, what I'm doing right now, I don't recommend everyone do unless you have strong arms and the ability to multitask, but I am driving with one arm and vlogging at the same time. So season 1, episode 3, this video is all about perspective and how my perspective has changed as I've gotten older, as I've gotten wiser, and as I've had more life experiences. So right now, I'm currently cruising around downtown Sarasota. If you guys are familiar with that area, you know it is a beautiful place. Great places to go, places to eat, things to do and see. And I'm just trying to find a little spot right here. I mean, the sun is actively setting, so I'm trying to find a spot that I can capture some really good natural light and not have to crank my ISO up. So that is what we're doing right now. But while we're finding a spot, I really wanted to just elaborate on what I said earlier is, how your perspective changes as you gain more experiences. Now, of course, we come into this world, we kind of have a blank memory. We don't really know what's going on, and we have to try to meander our way through it and find something that resonates with us or that is incredibly valuable to us, some life philosophy. And that's the name of the game. That's the name of the game, because at any point in time, I think that there's a constant attention-grabbing battle happening for your time, now more than ever, for your attention. That is always happening. That is always being put into action. How many of us spend so much time every single day on our phones? Screen time is probably crazy for most people, myself included at times. There's been days where I've probably had like 13, 14 hours clocked on this phone, man. Like, that was crazy. And I had no awareness of it. I didn't even think that was like weird or that was wrong. But as I've gotten older and as I've gotten a little bit more wise, I just turned 27 last month, and it kind of hit me that I don't have a lot of time. And that might be crazy to think, because there's people watching this video who are much older than that, or 10 years older than me, 5 years older than me, a year older than me, and they're like, nah, man, I have time. Like, I have all the time in the world. And I challenge that thought to say that there is nothing more valuable than the present moment. That's why it's called the present. This moment right here, right now, is the most valuable time that you have, and you must make use of it. I don't know what this guy is doing, bro. Jeez. All right, drivers here, the average age is probably like 65, so these people are definitely a little older. We're trying to find a spot here. I'll catch y'all as soon as we'll find his damn spot real quick, man. But your perspective needs to be one. I would say that the present time is the most valuable time that you have. The present is a present. You have to be here, and if you're here all the time, then it's kind of like a dichotomy, right? Because you are living in the present moment, so therefore time does not exist the way we've been taught it exists. But at the same time, I feel this pressure to just be successful, be something greater than I already am. And you don't always have to put yourself to an extreme like that, or feel that you are lesser because you are not where you want to be. But if you have the perspective that this is the only moment in time right now that is existing, I need to make the best of it, I think that can really help you to get out of negative spirals and negative things that are going on in your life. Yeah, I think I'm literally catching this as the sun is setting. I'm gonna flip this around. Y'all can see what's going on over here. Beautiful Sarasota, Florida. But yeah, as I was saying, I really think that in times you need to challenge your perspective. Hello. And just be open to new things. Be open to new ideas. Be open to new experiences. I've been blessed to be able to do a lot of traveling in my life, which gave me a lot of perspective into how good we have it here in America, in a first world country. Now, I believe if you are a operating member society here, you are automatically in the top 1% of the world. Now, don't let me gaslight you into thinking that I'm saying you have no problems, or that your life isn't your life is good, you shouldn't strive for more. But go look at the way other countries live. Like, I was recently in Guatemala this year. If you see this last video I dropped, I was in Guatemala, and it was very shocking. It was very shocking to see how those people live their life and how they integrate everything in their life. Like, they have very few of the basic necessities that we have. I mean, they don't even have air conditioning. They don't have centralized banking. You know, you don't really have ATMs everywhere. They don't have cars. Really, they don't even have cars. They just roll around in tuk-tuks. Like, if you watch that video, you will see. I'm not lying. Like, you roll around in tuk-tuks. There's like maybe 3 people in the whole Lake Attilan that have cars, and that's crazy to me. You know, we're in 2025. You know, we got AI doing crazy stuff, and there's people out here that just don't even have fucking cars, that don't even have access to air conditioning, maybe even clean water, and lack a lot of food. You know, creature comforts that we've just come to accept as normal here, which is absolutely insane to think about. So with that being said, change your perspective. You know, you're not in a negative slump unless you want to be. You're not in this mental dungeon unless you put yourself there, because when you are all alone, when you are all one, just break down that word phonetically. When you are all one, all alone, who's there with you? Like who is there observing the thoughts in your mind outside of you? Go in on that. Spend some time with that one thought, because I'm telling you, once you start thinking about that question, you'll realize that you can make peace with a lot of unnecessary hardships and evils in your life if you just address those problems that your mind is like screaming at you. You know, if you can sit down with yourself and not freak out and observe your perspective and kind of be aware of what the hell is going on inside your own head, like, congratulations, you are not only now in the top 1% of the world physically, now you're in the top 1% of the world, like, spiritually and emotionally. Congratulations, you're doing work there. But man, look at this view. This fucking view. Sun just set. So, checking this out. This beautiful tree. Perspective, guys. Gotta have it. Gotta be willing to have conversations that make your life change. Do things that maybe make you a little bit uncomfortable. Say and act in a way that is always aligned with righteousness. And I promise you, your life will get better. Not only will it get better, it will get more aligned. So without you even having even to change many things, your life will be in alignment, and it will be something worth living. So that's kind of the top of the video today. I want to touch on perspective. Also let me know if you guys like these talking head vlogging videos, because I plan to do a lot more like this instead of just being static in the studio. I want to get out here, I want to show the beauty of where I live. And I've grown up here my whole life. Let me go over here and show you guys this. Got this like 150-foot yacht right here. It's pretty damn cool. There she is. Downtown Sarasota, Weston vibes. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, so to wrap up the thoughts on the video, and before I lose all light, you have to be willing to change your perspective. And the more time that you can spend analyzing your life from a righteous perspective, meaning like just for starters here, you gotta let go of the shit that weighs you down. Like, you don't need to know what everyone else is thinking about you. Quite frankly, you shouldn't really care what everyone else is thinking about you, what people are saying about you, unless they're very close to you and they love you. Especially doing like social media and content like that, people are always going to have an opinion, and they're entitled to it. And at times it should be respected. Most of the time it shouldn't, and you should just, namaste and get out of there. Because if you let that stuff into your mental space, you only have a certain amount of space up here. You only have a certain amount of, input that you can take in on a daily basis, monthly basis, yearly basis. And you don't want to fill that with the opinions and the lack of other people, because most of the time people are going to project on you, and they're going to try to change your perspective in favor of theirs. Very few people, at least, I don't want to say this, I'll take that back. I think more and more people now are starting to be less negative You know, they want to be part of something, part of a community that's bigger than them, something that's actually, you know, meaningful, that they can, you know, lock in and actually become part of. And I think that's awesome, because those are my people. And if you're that person, like, comment, share, and subscribe, because I want to connect with you. You know, I want to be part of your life, and you should want to be part of mine, because we're alike in that manner. But you can rest assured that your life can change in an instant, mentally first, and then it will transmute into the physical once you take that shift in perspective. That's really all it takes. You can be in the darkest, deepest of your sorrows, but you can use a shift of perspective or a mental technique to get you out of that just dark place and put you into a better place. And I'm telling you, it's worth spending all your livable life force energy to get to that point, because if not, you don't change, you don't grow, and you stay stagnant. And that's where all hopes and dreams die. That's where you just don't become anything. And that's the worst thing in this life, is actually not to be of service. You know, actually one of the worst insults someone can call you is useless, because even if you are an inherently negative person, you might still have a use. But it's way better to be of use of something, teach somebody something, than just to be useless. And a lot of people have become stagnant and feel useless because they're not creating, they're not laughing, they're not loving, they're not joining things that, you know, should matter to them, and they're just getting lost. Don't get lost. Change your perspective, guys. I love you. This is a short video, but just wanted to drop something. I'm gonna wait for this guy to go by. All right, before he starts playing music again, just like, comment, share, subscribe, guys. I'll see you guys in the next videos. This has been season 1, episode 3 of Antonio's life. So we'll catch you guys in the next one.